What is going on, YouTube? This is your boy Hawk, and this is a game of domination on the map Hydro. I had a blazing fast start of 6v on this game of 6v6 domination. I was 24-0 in the first round on a 16 gun streak, and then I completely messed up in the second half. That's one thing about the Lodestar. It's just screwed me over if you do not call it in a safe spot. And I knew this would happen just based on the fact that, where the position where I called it in. I had a feeling if the spawns flipped, they would have seen me, but I just called it in there regardless. I was just like, you know what? I'm just gonna call it in, try to call them out and see where they are on the map. And it screwed me over because one of the guys actually ran away from the missiles and got pricked. Well, he didn't really get taken down, but anyways, shot me in the ass, and yeah, so that was a depressing start to the game. But anyways, let's get on to the information that I have for you guys today, and this is regards to the Call of Duty Ghosts kill streaks. Now, based on the multiplayer reveal, I was able to see that there were certain things which will be making a return and certain new things in terms of kill streaks. As we're talking about my favorite kill streak, the Lodestar, which screwed me over as well. But I still love you, Lodestar. I still love you. Ah, you're my favorite. Except for the fact that you can't shoot through trees on raid. That really pisses me off. But other than that, the Lodestar is my favorite kill streak of every out of every single Call of Duty. I just love the Lodestar. But you have to call it in at the proper time. Now let's get into the details about the Call of Duty Ghost kill streaks. There's certain ones that have... Actually, I'm just going to start off and say the biggest announcement out of all of them. The MOAB will be returning in Call of Duty Ghosts. The mass ordnance, air bomb, whatever, and we're gonna see that in a lot of gameplays. We're gonna see these double MOAB, whatever they're gonna call it this game. I don't know. They may call them double MOAB nuclear ordnance explosive majigger. Or, just something else like that. But the MOAB will be returning. And out of the kill streaks that I saw in the multiplayer reveal, the UAV is now called the SATCOM. The Dragonfire will be making its return, the quad rotor. IMS will be back, I saw that as well. The escort dog, think of an escort drone, but now you have a dog, which is pretty much Riley, which will follow you around on the map, try to get kills for you, and it also growls when an enemy player is really close to you in proximity. Now, the SATCOM, the UAV that I mentioned, is no longer air-based, which means it'll be placed on the ground. There's opportunity that you can hide it from enemies and they won't be able to find it, and that means the UAV will last for the entire 30 seconds it's supposed to. But if they do see it, they can shoot it and it'll deactivate it. And there's pretty much no need for a launcher. So in the earlier Call of Duty titles, if you didn't have a launcher, you weren't able to take down a UAV. But now they're trying to make all the streaks more passive in terms of support streaks, which I'll get to much later on. I'll touch on those things for you guys. And they're trying to keep them more ground-based streaks. Another thing they mentioned is there's going to be a new, different kind of juggernaut for Call of Duty Ghosts, as well as something that they mentioned in the gameplay, the Odin strike, which it sounded like a very, scary ass kill streak. They didn't really show what it was, we weren't able to see it, but it sounds like it's a very dominating air streak. Now, getting into, as you can hear a car zoom by in the background, getting into the 3 tiers of kill streaks. We have the assault kill streaks, support kill streaks, and specialists. So that's how we know the MOAB will be returning. Since they're specialists, we get to choose the same thing. You'll receive the specialist bonus after 8 perks, or after 8 kills, I should say. And hopefully Hardline does make a return, so each assist counts for a kill. And for the support streaks, if they put a stealth bomber in this game, I will totally go batshit on these motherfuckers. The stealth bomber was really bad in MW3, and it should not be. They learned from all the outcry that it should not be in the support kill streaks at whatsoever. It should not be part of that. It should not be anything which can kill people. Should not be in support kill streaks. Support should be mainly passive kill streaks, and I think that this time around they're hopefully going to make kill streaks that more proximity based in terms of letting you know where enemies are, and holding down positions in terms of being able to get out of your spawn. So at least maybe having some sort of guardian that will push enemies out, so you're able to at least get out of your spawn, create some room, and try to hit those flank routes and try to catch your enemies unawares and start getting back into the game, or start trying to get back on domination points, tags, or kills, or whatever it may be. And we know the assault kill streaks are just mainly to kill war. That's for all those pub stompers, you know, trying to drop their 200, 300 pluses. All those, I don't know what they're going to be, but they're probably most likely going to be related to the MW3 kill streaks. I do think there's going to be an Osprey or some sort of Osprey, because that was also shown in the multiplayer trailer. And very briefly, I want to touch on the dynamic maps. Now this ties into the kill streaks in terms of different things that they're going to be doing on the maps. It's not Battlefield, so you can't expect the level of destruction that's going to be in a Battlefield 3 game or Battlefield 4 or whatever. You can't expect that kind of detail. But they will be bringing different things in terms of how the map changes. So for example, the map they previewed was Octane, which is a gas station. And they mentioned that you can blow up the terrain or blow up the gas station, and it will change how cover, lines of sight, and elevation is for that map. Now, they also gave the example that you can set explosives on the wall, and you could, you know, get a different line of sight on your enemies. But they never, like, is this going to be for every wall? Is this going to be for certain walls? Or there's inconsistencies, because, as I said in the Lodestar, certain areas for a game that, you know, you can't shoot through certain surfaces, and people with Flakjack will just eat your missiles in the Lodestar and Black Ops 2. So I hope that through the surfaces they make it a little bit better on the next gen consoles. On the current gen, I mean, they have limitations as to what they can do, but hopefully the game plays out and it's somewhat balanced for us as players. But one thing that they did mention that I want to keep you guys to keep note of is that there is they mentioned that there might be hidden care packages on certain maps. So that's another thing that might change the game entirely. So maybe this care package is randomly generated. So one game it'll be a Odin strike, the next game it'll be a night owl, the next game it'll be a satcom or a juggernaut suit. It could be anything. And the first person that's able to get to that care package will have somewhat of an advantage for their team in terms of going forward and starting off the game. So that's where agility or lightweight perks come in really, really handy. I could see a Knifer getting all the way to that care package, calling it in, and getting that advantage for their teammates. But one thing, since this is an Infinity Ward game, there is no Black Hat PDA. So if your care package falls out of the map, or you call in a care package outside the map, you won't be able to use a Black Hat PDA like you were in Black Ops 2 to achieve or retrieve it, I should say. So that's one thing that you guys have to look out for. So if you have the Osprey, you call it in Call of Duty Ghost or whatever, drops outside the map, your care package is gone. Forget about it. It's gone. But anyways, getting back to this gameplay very quickly. As I said, I started off strong and then things didn't go so well. But this map here, this is also a dynamic map that Black Ops 2 brought us. In terms of the underground water flowing, and it flush, you know, anybody that's underground, it'll flush them out and you'll die instantly. But this is Black Ops 2. They tried to give us certain dynamic maps. They weren't really functional, like in terms of being high tech, like really, really affecting the gameplay. All it really did was, in terms of Hydro, is that you knew you had to get the hell out of that water when the sirens went off. And in terms of Express, if you were stupid enough and you didn't read the signs when the trains things or train rails were going down and that the train was going to go through, and you're stupid enough to cross the tracks like I did several times, then you'd get smacked down, and you'd know that. And in terms of downhill, the ski lifts, if you knew not to get out of the way, then you would get smacked, as I did on a 20-something gun streak in one of my gameplays. So there's certain dynamic maps that they're just as a gamer you think they're out to get you, but they're trying to bring you different ways of playing the maps, different ways of, you know, how the maps affect the gameplay. But anyways, thanks for tuning in to this video, guys. I have more Call of Duty Ghost videos coming up, If you're new, please subscribe and leave a like if you enjoyed this video. If you enjoyed